Wow, guys, there is a great movement of change going on in Africa countries at the moment. There is a great movement of total revolution and freedom going on in all the African countries. But guess what? At the moment, Nigeria have joined. Remember, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Other African countries have been waiting for Nigeria to join, but at the moment, I'm going to give you guys the detailed gist of what is going on in Nigeria at the moment, as Nigerians are demanding for electoral reform at the moment to make sure they kick out all the puppet leaders in Africa. Remember, the goal at the moment for all the African youth is to kick out all the puppets in their various countries. That is the goal for all the Africans, to make sure they kick out all the puppet leaders in Africa. They should go and meet their slave masters. At the moment, Africans are not smiling, which Nigeria have joined. I'm going to give you guys details of what is going on in Nigeria at the moment. Please, I beg you, make sure you watch to the very end of this video. Don't watch half. Don't click and go off. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? I urge you to join this amazing channel where you'll be getting daily updates in what is going on across the world and also in Africa, as Africans are undergoing total revolution at this moment. Guys, stay tuned. Let me give you guys breakdown of what is going on in Nigeria, as Nigerians have joined this movement of total freedom initiated by our great leader, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore has really woken the spirit of young Africans to demand for what is theirs, to make sure they kick out all the puppet leaders in Africa. Please, if you have not subscribed to this amazing channel, what are you waiting for? Please support by clicking on the like button and share this video. Leave your own thoughts at the comment section, and very important, please subscribe for more updates. At this moment, let me give you guys in details of what is going on in Nigeria, as Nigerians have hit the street again, demanding for electoral reform to make sure they kick out all the puppet leaders in Africa. Remember, a whole lot has been going on in Nigeria during time for elections. But now, Nigerians have said, no, we can't take it anymore. We need to join this great movement initiated by Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. We need to get it right. Remember, Nigerians are going to conduct a general election by 2027. But now, Nigerians have hit the street again, demanding for electoral reform, because they don't want to carry last again. They don't want to hear a story that touches the heart. Guys, keep on watching to the very end of this video. At this moment, let's go deeply into this news. Keep on watching to the very end of this video.
Demand and the request or assignment here today is simple. Nigerians want a free, fair, credible, and peaceful electoral process. I don't know if there is anybody that is an enemy of free and fair elections. We came here on the 9th of May and dropped a letter in the office of the Senate President and the House.
Sorry to interrupt this video. The only people who are enemy, who are against free and fair elections in Africa and also in Nigeria, is only the puppet leaders, the corrupt leaders. They are the only one who see it as a sin for a free and fair election to be conducted in Africa, especially in Nigeria. I think Nigeria's own is the worst when it comes to election. I'm from Nigeria and I know my country very well. When it comes to election, puppet leaders are always standing by to make sure they rig it, even at the cost of their own life. But Nigerians have said, never again comes 2027.
We gave 30 days, which will elapse by the 6th of June, and today is the 20th. And the reason for this visit is simple. Within these 30 days and those 20 days, we have not had anything. Nigerians know that there is a timeline for electoral reform. At most, by December this year, we must have comprehensive electoral reform. The entire request is simple. From our own petition, which is just to let there be mandatory electoral transmission of results, electronic, from the polling units to a central server. We want to know what caused the glitch in 2023 and why we must not have further glitches. The person who conducted 2023 is still there as INEC chairman. Nigerians want to fix leadership. That is what we want. The Senate President should know this. Tinubu is supposed to be a Democrat. The House Speaker is a Democrat. Abi Democrats no like free and fair elections. The simple thing is electoral reform. It does not matter who is clamoring for it. It is a part of a democratic process. And everybody that is in Nigeria, Nigerians do not need to die to vote during election. INEC cannot remain the weapon fashion against Nigerians.
Never.
The president was in Ghana for the electoral for the inauguration of the new president. He was in Senegal. He was in South Africa. What are they learning from those countries? Why is it that in Nigeria, 93 million people will register, 89 million will collect PVC, but less than 30 million will come out to vote? Why do people not believe in that process? And if leaders do not perform well, how do you hold them accountable? So that is the demand for Nigerians today. We want to tell them this is 20 days. We have not heard from you. Senate committee persons, chairman, Senator, the former governor of Plateau State, Simon Bakolalo, Senator Ereti Kingibe, you are all members. For 2 years, you have been meeting without any result. We don't want any shenanigans. So Nigerians, we must mount on this INEC reform. Once we fix INEC, we can begin to talk about judiciary, law enforcement, and every other reform. But first, we need a means of holding politicians that are to be elected accountable. Simple as that. What are our demands? Electoral reform. Free and fair election. I mean, you don't like free and fair election. Free and fair election. Simple. My name is Peter from Nigeria.
So guys, I want to give more insights to what my brother has said, Peter from Nigeria. These are young, smart Nigerians who are demanding for a reform in electoral process in Nigeria, who are demanding that an election should be transmitted electronically, not manually again. From the polling units, all the results should be out. It shouldn't be manual anymore. Let me take you guys back to what happened in 2023 during elections. They claim that they want to introduce electoral process of voting, whereby all the results will be transmitted there at the polling unit. But guess what? Puppet leaders must always find their way to rig elections in Nigeria. Most of the polling units were not working. It couldn't transmit. After voting, it will not transmit what happened. Now Nigerians are saying, we don't want a story that touches the heart anymore. Let what happened in 2023 not repeat itself again in 2027. We don't want to hear that again. We don't want to hear that. Remember, even in Nigeria, the person whom Nigerians voted for was never the person that won the elections. The person whom Nigerians voted for wasn't the person that won the election. It was rigged by puppet leaders in Nigeria. Even when everyone knows that this is the man that won the election, but the INEC chairman was bought, and so many people, the judiciary were bought by the same man who they declare as the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everyone knows what happened in 2023. But now, Nigerians are fed up. They are saying, we don't want that again. Let all these puppet leaders get out. Remember, the president of Nigeria is among the puppets. Remember, he is a very good friend of Emmanuel Macron. Anyone who is so close to Emmanuel Macron should be a suspect. Any African leader who is so close to Emmanuel Macron should be a suspect. Remember, since Bola Ahmed Tinubu resumed the office, he has visited France more than 10 times. Then I'm asking, how many times has Emmanuel Macron visited Nigeria? None. But the president of Nigeria has been frequently going to France to meet his slave master, Emmanuel Macron. So now Nigerians are fed up with rigging elections. They don't want that again. They want exactly that person they vote for to be the one who will win election. A lot always happen in Nigeria during election. I know Ghana is so close to Nigeria, but I think Ghanaians voting is always peaceful without rigging more than that of Nigeria. Because what happened in 2023 got me tearing. After Nigerians in their numbers, they all loved a particular man, Peter Obi. They were shouting Obi, obedient movement. Or even people who have never voted in their entire life in Nigeria, they went out to vote for Obi. And this man won in almost all the polling units in Nigeria. But what later happened? It was rigged. Most of the polling units that this man won, they did what? They said it couldn't transmit. And the and the result was not called in those polling units. That is why Nigerians are fed up. They don't want the ways to impose anyone again on them. They don't want any other person. That's the waste we impose on them as a leader again. That is why Nigerians are at the street at the moment demanding for electoral reform in Nigeria. According to the order from above, our dear president, the best president in the whole world, Ibrahim Traore, he has urged Nigeria, he has urged African youth to be alert. He has urged all the African youth to be alert and do the right thing and make sure they get it right in their various countries, that it is time to kick out all the puppet leaders so that Africa can be free again, so that Africa can go back to their roots, so that Africa can take all the things that belongs to them, which the West is holding down. So at the moment, guys, Nigeria have joined this great movement initiated by our president, Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. Peter from Nigeria reporting. So, in all of this, what do you have to say? Nigeria youth, are they really right by hitting the street again, demanding for electoral reform, demanding that all the results should be transmitted electronically right in the polling units? Are they right or wrong? Is it a nice step or not for Nigerians to start on time to demand for this because they wouldn't want story that touches the heart? Let me know how you feel about this at the comment section. Remember, for more updates, please do well to subscribe and turn on your bell notification. Don't forget to click on the like button. God bless you, as Nigerians have joined the great movement of total freedom and liberation from puppet and the waste. Nigerians have joined this great movement. Shalom, my people.